Graham, you're smiling, mate, there. Is that a sarcastic smile about that performance today? Can you see any positives?
Positives, the defence played well. I thought I did a bit of research on Newcastle before the game because I hadn't seen them play a great deal, apart from that masterclass against City that everybody was talking about. I was told that they would play out through Trippier and Trippier would play forward and not come back. I don't think that happened today. I think they were quite obdurate. Botman and Shah are a big improvement on what they had before, but they, aside from the set pieces that they were going to obviously use, I didn't think they carried much of a goal threat, and United coped with them very, very well.
Easily, in fact, showed you the tactics and what Newcastle came for, but mate, it's Old Trafford.
Yeah,
we know
true.
teams are going to do this, so we have to dissect where we went wrong today, because a lot went wrong for us today, really, didn't it, mate?
Well, this was the thing, and again, it's been now that we're showing defensive stability. Luke Shaw's put in a really good shift again today, and that back four probably picks itself. So what you're looking for is for improvement further forward. Well, we got the news that Ericsson wasn't going to be starting and wasn't even on the bench, and it just stands out like it's like somebody prodding you in the eye. He's not playing, and I felt for Fred because his inadequacies were exposed in big numbers right throughout that game.
Yeah, it was the midfield where we looked like we lost the battle, mate, and the forwards seemed to be feeding on scraps, but that on itself is a concern, mate, because we were in some decent positions on the edge of the box, but we didn't have that instinct or that little bit of bravery to do that little bit more. It seemed to be too safe.
Yeah, in terms of the first half, I just wanted to say I think the physicality and the energy seemed to not be there. Now, whether they left all of that out on the pitch on Thursday night, only Erik ten Hag can explain that. But what I didn't like was we gave the half away again, and we cannot not do this. We have to start properly. We can do it when we're great, because a manager can say just go out there and we're Man United, we can do that. We're not at that point. And again, the front four, there's no relationship with each other at all. They're trying to be creative, but there's no thought process behind it whatsoever.
I know exactly where you're coming from with that, mate. I really do. It's a weird one, isn't it? But we've seen it before when we've struggled to create. I mean, everyone who's been on the vlog so far has said it's quite clear where we need the investment. It's pretty much down the spine, central midfield, cover, another player in there, and a centre forward desperately, mate. But it's the type of centre forward which is the biggest thing now, mate. Where do you see it? What type of centre forward has it got to be, Graham?
Well, it's funny because I bumped into Liam Bradford from MUTV, and he said we're in crying need of a centre forward. And I said, well, when United were a forward-thinking club and were actually looking to be the best, you would go out and you'd identify three that would automatically jump out. At the moment, all the best strikers are all taken. So you're thinking, all right, who is available at a reasonable price that you can develop and turn into something? But that in itself, is fraught with danger. There's no obvious candidate for that. I mean, I really don't know. I know people rate Osimhen, but all his groundwork's in Italy. Everybody coming for big money, and they will come. I heard somebody say, well, we'll get Ivan Toney for 50 million. Do you think Brentford are hearing this and having a laugh over it? I can see him slapping an 80 million on him.
Yeah, more than likely, mate. You agree. I mean, you've mentioned a couple of players there you think put in a shift. Who's getting man of the match though, Graham, today for you? Who do you think was a standout? Because there was some decent performances, not great, but it wasn't all bad, was it? Who's getting it?
Well, can I just say I thought the most likely candidate for to create something was probably Anthony, but he can't do it all on his own. But for probably the man of the match for me today again was Martinez. I just love Martinez. He kicks people. He wound up Callum Wilson. It was great.
Wilson didn't get a sniff, did he?
No.
Today.
And what was noticeable in the first half, particularly down Trippier's side, Martinez is just, his concentration levels are fantastic. It's no wonder people like him, because I think he's a great addition.
For you, mate. Then.
Yeah.
Graham, we'll see you here on Wednesday for Spurs. Another tough one, mate.
Yeah, Spurs.